This video is facing the ocean and I am talking to the camera, and hopefully there isn't too much wind in the background. I'll find out in a few hours when I go to edit this. Anyway, are you toxic? Breathe that in. Are you toxic? Are you? We all have a tendency to think or want to be correct or perfect in all situations, but we can't, and honestly we aren't. We aren't for everyone, and they aren't for us. Sometimes we trigger each other. Sometimes we launch into our selfish tendencies or how our lenses view the world. Sometimes we emotionally dump on people that don't necessarily need that, but that's what we keep going to them for, and that's ultimately not really taking full responsibility for ourselves as human beings. If you can understand what I'm saying, then you, like the words, then you have the ability to understand yourself and your emotions. We allow people to be bullies or jerks or passive and run over by other people because we're not, what's the word? We are not ready to actually help others grow. As a true friend, as a true mother, you watch and you nurture and you sponsor the growth and betterment of yourself and others. Yourself in particular, because when you know where you are sensitive, you have the ability to heal that and realize that people aren't necessarily trying to attack your sensitivity. Now, some people are aiming to manipulate or control, and those things don't work, and they're clearly toxic behaviors. But when you are unconsciously separating yourself from another based on some preconceived notion that is based in a non-reality, then you really need to question what it is and where you're coming from. For example, if you are drawn to someone and you happen to notice some behaviors of theirs that they have as another person that you knew, and you want to help that person because you couldn't help the other person, then perhaps you're coming from a place of being not really helpful, but repeating your own cycle. Now, let's say in that relationship dynamic, you helping them, you want to control them, or you are having these loving, air quotes on loving, suggestions toward them, and they aren't really hearing or registering, and so that's causing you to demand more from them. Perhaps you are now becoming toxic. You're well-intentioned, yet not exactly thought out plan to help someone that actually triggered you from another space or a relationship. It's turned you into a toxic person towards them. Now, perhaps towards another friend, you act differently and you can see yourself more positively and you can continue on that. But you need to realize your part in that situation. But all relationships can be changed. All dynamics can be changed as long as we're willing to look at ourselves and control our emotions. And by control our emotions, I specifically mean controlling our actions, not based so much on our emotions, unless we're actively making a piece of art. Creativity itself is a great outlet to put emotion into. But when we go into another human being and we demand, or we want conformity, or we are disconnected from where our true center is, then we're not really helping that person. We're dancing with this person in an emotional cycle. Now, it does take two to tango in a relationship, but it ultimately only takes one to know even what the dance truly is. And sometimes it takes you to step back and say, this relationship is toxic, this relationship is helpful and beneficial in growing me, and it's okay, don't judge it, just allow it to be.